Alfred's Basic Adult Piano Course, Level 1. The all-in-one book, Lesson, Theory, and Technique. Page 6, How to Sit at the Piano. Sit tall, lean slightly forward. Let your arms hang loosely from the shoulders, your elbows slightly higher than the keys. The bench must face the keyboard squarely. Your knees are slightly under the keyboard. Your feet are flat on the floor. Your right foot may be slightly forward. Page 7. Your fingers are numbered. We have your thumbs are both number 1. Index finger is number 2. Middle finger is number 3. Ring finger is number 4. And your pinkies are number 5. So, on the page, the next thing down is piano tones. When you play a key, there's a hammer inside your piano that strikes a string to make the pitch. When you drop into the key with a little bit of weight, you make a soft tone. The more weight makes a louder tone. That is one way of explaining it. Another way that makes sense to me is to think of the speed with which you will strike a note. If I go slowly, it's soft. If I press it down quickly, it's louder. So when you're playing piano, you want to curve your fingers. They say to pretend you have a bubble in your hand, and you want to hold the bubble so gently that it doesn't break. But that doesn't give you a size reference. So one thing I do is make a fist with one hand and put your other hand on top of it. See how your fingers are all bent? That's how you want to play piano. When you pull the fist out, there's a bend to my fingers like they're still around my fist. That is the curve you want when you're playing piano. So it says, with any white key and the third finger on either hand, play softly. Now it says, see how many times you can repeat the same key, making each tone a little louder. Before you play any key, you should always decide how soft or loud you want it to sound. For the first pieces in this book, play with a moderately loud tone, or like a nice medium. Page 8, the keyboard. The keyboard is made up of white keys and black keys. The black keys are in groups of 2. And groups of 3. Now, sounds get lower as you go left or down the keyboard, and sounds get higher as you go right or up the keyboard. So this is from high to low, or from low to high. So it says using the left hand 2 and 3, that's index and middle finger. Use left hand 2 and 3, begin at the middle and play all the 2 black key groups going down the keyboard. Play both keys at once. That's a group of 2, that's a group of 3, so we skip it. Group of 2, group of 3, so we skip it. Group of 2, group of 3, we skip it. Now this is a group of 1, but we don't have any groups of 1 in black notes. We have groups of 2 or groups of 3. Since this is a group of 3 and that's a group of 2, this has to be part of what would be a group of 3. Now, it says using the right hand fingers 2 and 3, index and middle, begin at the middle and play all of the 2 black key groups going up the keyboard. That's a group of 2. Group of 3, you skip it. Group of 2. Group of 3, you skip. Group of 2. Group of 3, you skip. Group of 2. Group of 3, you skip. Now it says to play the 3 black key groups using the left hand, 2, 3, and 4. Index finger, ring finger, or index finger, middle finger, ring finger. Begin at the middle and play all of the 3 black key groups going down the keyboard. Play all 3 keys at once. That's group of 3. Now you skip the group of 2, we already played that. Skip the group of 2. Skip the group of 2, and that would be a group of 3, but it's not a complete group of 3, and they haven't specified to play partial groups. We aren't going to mess with that. Using the right hand, 2, 3, and 4, index, middle, and ring finger. Begin at the middle and play all the 3 key groups of black notes going up the keyboard. Group of 2 you already did. Group of 2 you already did. Group of 2 you already did. Last group of 3. Alright. Page 9. The piano keys and the musical language is made up of the first 7 letters of the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's it. Then it starts over. So it's just going A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way up. Or if you go backwards, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. So we're going to follow along on page 9 where we play all these examples. So all the A's on your piano are going to be the white note in between the right 2 notes on the group of 3. So you have the group of 3 black notes. And then there's the left one, the middle one, and the right one. And A is going to be the note located between the right note and the middle note on the group of 3 black notes. So this is A. So let's find all the A's. Well, here's a group of 3. Here's the right and the middle. You don't have to play the groups of 3s. That's an A. Here's a group of 3. That's an A. Here's a group of 3. Here's a group of 3. Let's go lower. Here's a group of 3. Here's a group of 3. And a group of 3. That's another A. So let's build off of that. B is the very next note in the alphabet. So B is going to be the very next note going up or to the right. So if we said A was the note in between the right and the middle black notes on the groups of 3, B is going to be the very next white note to the right. B is going to be the right side of the groups of 3 black notes. So there's the 3 black notes. The right one is here. B is the very next note. It's the white note to the right of the 3 black notes. So here's here's a group of 3. That's B. A group of 3. A group of 3. A group of 3. We did that one. Here's a group of 3. A group of 3. Yeah. So now we want to play all the C's. Well, if this was A and this was B, that one's C. And C is going to be the left white note before every group of 2 black notes. Now I say before because remember we go higher as we go to the right, or this is called going up the keyboard or up the piano. So we think of this as building from the bottom up or from left to right, just like you read in the textbook. So C is going to be the left white note just before the group of 2 black notes. That's a C. Here's a group of 2. 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 That's a C. Now, we have A, B, C. What comes next? D. Now, D is the note in between the 2 black notes on the group of 2 black notes. So not the groups of 3, but the groups of 2. D is in between the 2 notes. So here's a group of 2. That's the note in between them. Here's a group of 2. 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 Those are all D's. Well, if we have A, B, C, D, E comes next. E. And E is the white note just after the groups of 2 black notes. So C was the white note just before the groups of 2 black notes. E is just after the group of 2 black notes. Here's a group of 2. Here's a group of 2. Here's a group of 2. Group of 2. Group of 2. Group of 2. Yeah. So what we have now, A, B, C, D, E. Well, what comes after E? F. Now F is the white note just before the group of 3 black notes. So the group of 2 black notes, the note just before was C. But the group of 3 black notes, the note just before it is F. So here's a group of 3. Here's a group of 3. A group of 3. And a group of 3. And a group of 3, the left white note. A group of 3. And a group of 3. Those are all F's. Now, A, B, C, D, E, F. The only thing left out of our 7 notes or 7 letters is G. Now, if you remember, the group of 3 black notes is where we started all of this, with the A, which was between the middle black note and the right black note. But the G is between the middle black note and the left black note. It's the white note between them. That's the G. So here's a group of 3. There's the G. Here's a group of 3. G. A group of 3. G. And a group of 3. G. A group of 3. G. Group of 3. G. Group of 3. G. So what we have so far, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Well, remember in the beginning of this lesson, I said that we used the first 7 letters of the alphabet just repeated. So if we've gotten through the first 7, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, the next note has to start over. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What comes next? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And you can check yourself to make sure we're still on, to know that the next A, B, C, or any note you want to choose, D, will stop at D. We said earlier that D was the white note in between 2 black notes, the groups of 2 black notes, not the groups of 3. So D is the white note between the 2 black notes of the group of 2. And right now I have this note down, and we've said D, and it is the note between the the 2 black notes in the group of 2. That's how you know you've done it right. Go to page 10. And these are isometric exercises. An isometric exercise is one in which one set of muscles is briefly tensed in opposition to another set of muscles, or in opposition to a solid surface. To prepare for this exercise, press the hands flatly together with all fingers touching in a prayer position. Now slowly bring the palms apart with the fingertips touching until all fingers are in a curved position. Keep the fingers in the curved position relaxed. Now press the third fingers firmly together. Keep the other fingers relaxed. Do this 4 times, counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Do the same with the second fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thumbs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And pinkies. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat this several times, then shake your hands vigorously. And repeat it again. A beneficial hand massage. Place the back of the left hand in the palm of the right hand, relaxed and flat. With the thumb of the right hand, massage the left hand along the ridge of your fingers and along the fleshy part of the base of the thumb. Do not use excessive pressure or you may bruise the hand. Continue this for about 30 seconds. Reverse hands, massaging the right with the left. Shake out hands vigorously for several seconds. This exercise should be beneficial to circulation and should make the hands more flexible. Here's 4 good reasons for playing with curved fingers. Remember the fist, or like the book says, like you're holding a bubble or balloon. I don't remember. Did it say bubble or balloon? Pretend you have a bubble in your hand. Okay. When the fingers are straight, each finger has a different length. But when the fingers are curved, each finger, in effect, has the same length. If your fingers are straight, the thumb cannot properly be used. Curved fingers bring the thumb into the correct playing position. Straight fingers will bend at the first joint, opposite to the motion of the key, delaying the response. With a curved finger, the keys respond instantly, and you are in control when you are curved. And moving over the keys will require you to tuck your thumb under the fingers and cross the fingers over the thumb like this. Having this curve makes that possible. And remember, keep your fingernails trimmed back. It's impossible to curve your fingers properly with long fingernails. Well, that is lesson 1. Now go practice. Page 6. Page 7. Page 8. Page 9. Page 10. And page 11.